colleagues that are members of the Appropriation Committee, members of the press. Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you very much for this opportunity. And I always want to say that the Committee on the Nigerian Army, which is the most critical, as you know, and also a committee that in all our presentations, we do it confidentially. But for the purpose of the press that are here, I can tell them that the committee sat or met with the Army chief and his PSOs, the principal staff officers, and presented the budget last time, as usual, under a closed session. But after that, we made a report of what is it in the budget or what is critical. And as usual, and as we have been saying before, it is the issue of the capital that is allocated to the Nigerian Army annually. Because of the situation we find ourselves in this country these days, where the Army is drafted into unconventional war everywhere in 32 states, there is the need to really properly fund them. And therefore, there is an increase, humongous increase in their overhead personnel, non-regular allowances as they call it. But the capital aspect of it, Mr. Chairman, is grossly inadequate. No matter what you do, if they don't have the arms, ammunition, then the war cannot be effectively prosecuted. So, in summary, we are here to ask for increase in the capital component of the Nigerian Army so that they will have the necessary resources and tools to prosecute the war that is they are engaged, unconventional war everywhere. So we believe that every member, especially the Appropriation Committee members, know what we are facing. Just yesterday along Kaduna, Abuja axis, a gubernatorial candidate, former gubernatorial candidate of in Zamfara State, who was a protocol officer and somebody that I knew was killed. So many people were abducted. Just yesterday, Marte was attacked. Last week, you know what happened in Askira, and we lost a general. Most of this is because they have some issues, even though there is increased cooperation, but we are at war, Mr. Chairman. And therefore, this committee should oblige us, and we cannot give them all they need, but the committee should appropriately look at it so that we would address their challenges and there will be no excuse. I think so far, that is what I can disclose to the press. In our report, we requested for increase in the capital for the Army. I want to thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, the report will be, there are some little T's and I's that we need to cross. So once we are done with it, as I said, basically what we need more is the capital component in the budget.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I said it earlier that you are a ranking senator who has a tremendous experience and always very diligent in whatever you do in the National Assembly. So I can see the report, even the preliminary report you submitted is precise and straight to the point. And as you said, this report shouldn't be read in public. It's something to do with our military. And I'm sure my members here are aware of this fact. And so please, anybody who has any observation or question should forward that to me, and then I will see the chairman in camera to discuss those observations or questions.
But Chairman, if the committee want to bring me under the closed session, you can ask the president, and I will be here for you.
No, we are satisfied with your report. And so let me say, let me say one thing. Let me say. So let me say one thing. it's commendable. We need to commend you for what you are doing in this committee by making sure you do your oversight. You are doing your oversight properly. You make pronouncement wherever you find out there is something going on within the army, and you also moving around. Even your report, speaks for itself. Asking for more funds to be given to the army in order to make them put in the best position to perform their statutory function properly. So we urge you to continue on this trajectory. We know you, for that, and we are sure you will not relent on your effort to make sure that Nigerian Army becomes the best army in Africa, if not the world, by grace of God. So we thank you, Mr. Chairman, and we look forward to receiving, your report again, the final report, so that we can act on it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
When the Committee on Army speaks, we normally speak as a committee of the Senate. So we are speaking for the committee at the Senate. The Senate is on the same page with the Committee of the Senate on Army. So we are here to bring our report on the appropriation after the defense by the Chief of Army Staff to the committee. But as I said inside there for your consumption, that the Nigerian Army is at war, and all they need is what it takes to win the war. And what it takes to win the war is to provide them all the necessary platforms that they need, arms, ammunition, and pay their regular allowances or their allowance. It's not cheap. When you're at war, we are counting even human cost, not to talk of money. So, and they need to get the money that they need in order to prosecute this war in time. The earlier, the better. So if you give somebody what he needs, then he is equipped to do the job. But if you give him in bits, it means he will be doing the job in bits, and it will take time. That is all. And the committee and everybody, including some of you, are giving us the necessary cooperation.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.